Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. And today we're going to do a little unboxing of the Elite Survival Systems Stealth Covert Operations Backpack in indigo and basically pewter. So here's the deal. A couple videos ago I started a new series called the Truck Gun Bag / Get Home Bag, and the idea is that I'm trying to put together some sort of a pack that I can travel with. So if I had to abandon my vehicle and say I'm just a couple days away from home, let's say maybe within 25 miles, I would have a pack that would be capable of getting me back to where I need to be or getting me to safety. It's kind of the opposite of a bug out bag. The intention is you're going to use this to get to a certain destination. So there's a few requirements for it that I thought that I would need in a bag like this, as well as the choice of bag itself. And in part one of the series, we checked out my AR pistol that I'll be taking with me when I'm on the road with this bag. Part two is talking about the battle belt and the type of sidearm I would have and some of the gear that I would have for it. And now for part three here, we're basically going to get the bag out, take a look at it. We're going to go ahead and get it all set up. And then I want you guys to chime in and let me know what additional accessories or items you think you would need. Say if you've got to cover within 25 miles to get to a certain place that you need to go, like what kind of equipment do you think would be absolutely crucial if you're just on your own? And so anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this bag out of the box, and let's go ahead and get started. Now, I did pick up this bag from Optics Planet. I think I paid $179 for it. It is expensive, but a lot of your tactical backpacks get pretty pricey. And don't get me wrong, you can get yourself a nice little bag from Walmart, you know, not have any issues. I did go through Optics Planet, and a little shout out to Defense Dad over on the Defense Dad channel. Because of him, I was able to get a really good price on it. He sent me a link, saw they were on sale. It wasn't any kind of an affiliate thing, but again, it did save me about 20 bucks versus Amazon, and unfortunately this wasn't something that I could just pick up locally. Now in a minute here, I'm going to take you through all the specifications for the bag and then explain to you why I chose the bag that I chose. Now, I decided to not go tactical style on this one, and there's a couple reasons for it. Number one, I live in a university town that has a lot of university students in it. And these kids wear like giant backpacks. They wear camping backpacks to class. I mean, it's kind of surprising, you know, big North Face bags and stuff like that. And we have a lot of hikers and bicyclists and trail people. So a backpack like this is really honestly not going to look too out of place. Now, granted, this one's pretty big, but if you look at what I need to take with me, this one's absolutely necessary. So we'll go ahead and take it out of the plastic. We'll take you through all the different pockets. We'll go through all the different features, and we'll go from there. Okay, so first things first, let's just get the specifications to you. This is just taken directly from Amazon itself. The weight is 4.375 pounds. It's 25 inches by 12 inches by 9 inches. I am going to get a camouflage cover to go over it while I'm wearing it, because it's not exactly a tactical color or a camo color that you can really hide easily, especially when you're out. The thing is, with this company, your other options are going to be black and gray, or like a dark gray with some orange trim on it. And I decided just to go with something kind of neutral that doesn't really draw a lot of attention. It does feature a lightweight nylon exterior, providing a covert sports pack style, made with 500 denier nylon inside for maximum durability. The entire main compartment's lined with Velcro loops for complete customization, adjustable tie-down system, quick access gun compartment, padded sides and bottom. Accessory compartment has both Velcro and PALS webbing, adding pouches so I can use the MOLLE loop system with it. Mesh pocket adds visibility for parts, etc. Your front compartment has admin paddle for paperwork, ID, keys, etc. Specific features about the pack: we do have an S-shaped backpack straps, sternum strap, and molded carry handle. Heavy-duty number 10 covered zippers with quiet, easy pull tabs. A removable waist strap with zippered pockets and a quick-release buckle. Vented back panel with lumbar support. Adjustable compression straps. Bottle pocket on both sides. And again, like I mentioned, the specifications earlier. All right, so we got all the tags on it and everything. You know, it's almost kind of a greenish blue color. The gray itself is fairly dull. Again, EliteSurvival.com. Something interesting about this, here's some more information on it, basically what I already told you. It does have an ITAR tag with it, so apparently this bag cannot be exported or sold in other countries, which is usually, you know, you tend to see that with a lot of gun parts and so on, and I understand that. We don't want our enemies getting hold of, you know, our items and so on, but all right, so what I'll actually do is get this all set up once we look at all the different pockets and so on, and we'll go from there. So let's just start at the front. What do we have? Okay, we've got some nice little loops right here for some items and accessories. Like I said, I've got a battle belt to put in it. I've got a firearm. Some things I do need to add. Obviously, an IFAK med kit is going to have to go in there. Some flashlights and so on. So front pocket, I can put essentials, pens and pencils, a pad of paper, flashlight, additional batteries. There's a little clip on here that I can use also. Does have some padding on the front, does have a little loop so you can pull down on that if you want to. All right, I do like that. You can also unclip here in the front to maybe allow for expandability. I'm not 100% sure. I'm learning this with you guys too. We do have a mesh pocket on this side, which is really nice for a water bottle. You have that on both sides. I can put 2 water bottles on there if I want to. This little waist pack right here, or your waist strap, you've got almost like 2 little fanny bags going on. So you can put items in here, maybe some money or some quick items like some matches or a flashlight and so on. Okay, on the front, okay, you've also got another strap, which again, this is removable. You can take this one off if you want to, or you can take the strap off. And this is another like kind of like tummy strap, I guess you could say, waist strap right there. You do have some buckles on the front here. You could attach a knife if you wanted to. Full adjustability. Lots of generous padding on the back. This is easily over 1 inch thick. I mean, this is going to be good, especially if you're talking 20 miles of carry. You know, obviously you want to balance out the pack so you don't have certain pressure points going on while you're carrying it, but at the same time, you also need something that's going to give you lots of good support, and that is absolutely awesome. So it is a little bit big, but at the same time, you know, it doesn't have this tactical appearance to it. It's not camouflage. It hopefully won't draw, you know, a lot of attention, and already getting it dirty. And having that cover over, it's definitely going to help out. On the front here, you've got a nice handle, although some people say this is the weak point of the bag. They say not to grab it, lift it, and throw it around. You can tear that out, unfortunately, so I'm going to be very careful with it. Once you go inside, you've got various straps that you can use. Obviously, you can get your SBR in here if you have one, or an AR pistol. Maybe an AKV might fit in here, AK pistol, whatever you want to do. You've got completely movable straps right here, so you can adjust it to the height that you want. You've got adjustable straps here on the inside. There's 4 of them that come with it, so you can set it up however you want to. Nice padding on here. It's going to keep stuff protected the whole time. You've got padding on the other side too. There's really a lot going on here, and I like that. And I'm sure I'll probably miss something, but there you go. Plenty of loops in here for your MOLLE attachments, which I'm probably going to use for magazines, for the firearms and so on. The battle belt's probably going to go in here. It should fit. If it doesn't, it may actually end up having to go in this main pouch. We'll figure that out how we're going to do it. You've also got a pouch right up here on the top with mesh on it and a zipper, so you can put items up there also if you need to, which is very cool. Overall, feels pretty good. Overall durability, ruggedness, it seems like it's very well built. And like I said, I should probably mention, I did pay for this out of pocket. This was not sent to me for any kind of a promo. So it is a very, very heavy duty pack, right? Here. Again, lots of adjustability, which is awesome. The only thing you don't have up here, there's no zipper pouch on the top, which a lot of backpacks have a tendency to have sometimes. There's no little pouch up here at all, which is totally fine. Oh, and you do have what looks like maybe these would double as, oh yeah, you could use these as magazines, for magazine pouches if you want to. You've got Velcro that open up. And oh man, it's got hook and loop inside of it also. I mean, you can really customize this pretty much however you want to. You really got to take a look at it and decide what you want to do. I could put a couple mags in here. I do have a triple magazine pouch on MOLLE loops that I'm already going to put in here because I'm already going to have a 2 magazine pack coming with me too. So I'm going to have definitely plenty of mags that are going to tag along. But overall, I mean, I'm definitely liking it. I am going to add obviously some source of fire, you know, matches, flashlight. Also, I'm going to put a water filter in here, just a straw filter that I can use so I can get water if I need it. The idea is not necessarily, you know, whatever you want to call it, high speed, low drag, because I'm not. I'm actually low speed, high drag. But anyway, having it set up so I can maneuver, get around if I need to. And then also with the camouflage cover, if I pick one up for it, I'll be able to stash the bag if I need to put it somewhere, say off in a ditch or something, or in a field somewhere, off in the trees and hide it if I'd have to dump it for whatever reason. Has a lot of accessibility to it. I'm just going to go ahead and get it set up, and then we'll bring it back and show it to you what it's going to look like with the gear that I have for it, and we will go from there. So I got it all loaded up, and there were a few changes I had to make to it, and I'll talk about that versus part 2, especially when you guys saw the battle belt video that I did. So first of all, if you have a 10.5-inch AR with nothing on the buffer tube, you should be able to fit it without the barrel poking up into the top. It's going to come right up to the top. I got an 11.5-inch upper, so mounted without any kind of a fin or SBA brace on it, whatever. It does poke pretty good into the top, so I did take the AR apart into 2 different components, and they are secured inside. So let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to take you through the pouches, and I'll show you what I have right now. Now, this is by no means finished, so I want you guys to chime in and let me know what I need to add. Obviously, an IFAK needs to go in there, and probably a headlamp is going to come in handy too. So, very basics, right? Remember, this is just a get-home bag, and really, this is more for me to transport these firearms and this gear with me safely as I go from place to place, especially when I go on the road. And before I forget, this bag does have a lifetime guarantee on it from Elite Survival Systems. It's elitesurvival.com. They're based in Washington, Missouri, is what it looks like. The bag is made in Vietnam. For what it's worth, it's not made in China, but I'm just letting you know that's what it is. So again, you've got nice pull straps on it. Front pouch, here's what we have. We'll open up the front. I've got my live straw all set to go because you can't function without water. Worst case scenario, I keep this in the bag or throw it in a pocket and take it with me. That's ready to go. I've got a fire starter, which I'm probably going to move into the front pouch. That little fanny pack pouch that's in the front. I've also got just a very simple flashlight down here too. That's probably going to move to the front pouch also. A Sharpie, I need to add a notepad in here. Now for the K-bar, I decided just to go with the basic leather sheath instead of the Kydex one. First of all, this will work with any basic belt, whereas the more tactical Kydex style has more of a drop style mount to it. And it was really hard to get it to fit in the bag. So we're gonna go with just the leather instead. So we're gonna simplify things a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and move to the next pouch here. Okay, then after that, I'll tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and just show you how this is. So we've got the Walther PDP right here. I do have a loop keeping the holster in place. So the holster up or down would not fit. It's too tall to keep into the main pouch attached to the battle belt at the same time. I can add this to my battle belt in about 10 seconds if I have to once the belt's actually on. Pull the strap, holster comes right out. This does keep the firearm secure. It's gonna move up and down, but it's not gonna fall and flop all over the place. Down here towards the bottom, we've got 3 magazines with the MOLLE mount. This could go on my my battle belt if it needs to, but I do have a 2 magazine pouch on there, and 1 magazine is going to go in the AR. Got my little Civivi pocket knife right here if I need a spare knife, all set to go. Got plenty of room for accessories and more up here. Kind of wish they gave you more straps with the bag. I mean, I can go buy the Velcro straps just about anywhere. Most of your camping supply areas are going to have them and so on. Pouch up on the top, real quick. Not using this area at all, but you can stick stuff on here. This is ready for Velcro. There's also the pouches up in the top. I don't need it because I wanted my pouches more towards the bottom so that they wouldn't be pressing up on the top or middle part of my back as I'm walking. And what I like about this, you may not recognize it, but the battle belt actually just tucks in all the way around. It's all set to go. So I did go with the standard magazine pouches instead of the hard plastic ones, which is fine. Really not a big deal. We also have the AR mag pouches right there. Battle belt just lines it. I can take it out and throw it on. And then again, I've got access to my my AR right here. I need to add 1 Velcro strap right here to better secure the firearm on this side, but otherwise it does have a Velcro strap going through the magazine well. Strap up on the top, 1 on the bottom. It's not going anywhere. Got my sling in place. I just got to simply lock it together and we are basically good to go. These magazines can come out and go right into the pouches on the battle belt. I went ahead and took out this hard plastic case because it was just too tall to sit in there upright. With the magazines out, it didn't matter. So I've got the 2 magazines right here for the PDP. Plus, when I'm traveling, there's going to be 1 in the firearm. Don't worry, the gun was checked prior to me making this video. So this is just going to go back into the mesh pouch right here. It's just going to kind of float around. It does stay secure in place though. It's all set to go, and that's basically out of the way. So right now for what I have, I'm pretty happy with the way that it's set up. Everything looks really good, and I'm actually going to be, testing it soon. Let me actually get everything loaded back up. I'm just going to put the pack on and I'm going to let you know how it feels, if there's any kind of weird pressure points going on and so on. And I know, man, if you guys had like an 8.5-inch upper on this thing or 7.5-inch upper, say you're running 300 blackout or whatever, you could easily keep this gun assembled. You've had plenty of room to keep it in there. I'm fine with keeping it in 2 different parts, or if I know I'm going someplace where things could be a little crazy, I'm going to pre-assemble it before I go. That way it's ready to go. All right, so let's get the pack all put back together. We'll throw it on our back and we'll talk about the comfort level of the straps and so on. All right, guys, so I've got the pack all set to go. I've got everything in here as I would basically transport if I was on the road. I'm wearing it right now. Again, first thing I noticed is that there's just great padding all the way around. There's no pressure points from all this stuff that's on my back because everything's in here right now. Fits great, feels great. I've got great support. I might tighten up the backpack straps just a little bit because once you put the weight on it, you start to feel that. But again, it does have a nice weight distribution across the back. So I do have the little waist buckle cinched here, and you'll see that as I back up a little bit. I'll give you a side view on both sides so you can kind of see the profile in the back. It's a big pack, but there's also a lot of gear with me right now, and a lot of that stuff would be out if I actually had to deploy this equipment. So I'll back up a little bit and show you the sides. Here we go. And then here's one side over here. I do have easy access to those little fanny pack packs on the sides. You can reach the zippers with no problems. Probably going to put the fire starter on one of those sides and a flashlight in the other, so I'm all set to go. And then again, this side right here, you got those mesh packs towards the rear where you can put bottles of water if you want to. and you're all ready. The only thing I don't have strapped is this across the chest strap, and I can if I need to, but I'm actually pretty good without it, but I would probably be totally cinched up if I had to go somewhere. So, all right, so again, aside from like an IFAK medical kit, there's just a few other essential items I'm probably gonna add to it. So again, feel free to chime in down below and let me know what other gear or items would you put in here. Otherwise, I think that's about it, guys. So please like and subscribe. Make sure you check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on Patreon. You can find me over on Gunstreamer, UGEtube, all over the place, guntube.org. We do a little podcast on Thursday evenings at 6 p.m. called Caliber Corner. Make sure you guys check it out. That's 6 p.m. Central Time. We talk firearms. And then Saturday morning, we've got another podcast we've been doing for almost 5 years called Caliber Corner Weekend Edition. That is 8 a.m. Central Time. Make sure you check it out. Mash that bell. Make sure you guys click on all the reminders so you don't miss anything. But in the meantime, I want you guys to have fun. I want you to be safe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.